We have to stop providing false and misleading information. We are actively out here causing harm to our own selves, to each other. Whenever I get on the TikTok or any of these websites or these sites, and I see that someone is actively, purposefully misleading student loan borrowers by telling them that they can get their student loans removed from their credit report, meaning they no longer have to pay these student loan accounts, that is the most criminal behavior I've seen. Do you understand that as a business owner, you cannot provide somebody with false information, misleading information on purpose in order to make a sale? You cannot do that. And when we have student loan borrowers who are paying to have information deleted from their credit report under the impression, because they've been told or they've been guaranteed that by removing this information from their credit report, that means that the student loan is no longer due. That is false. That is a lie. But it's important, though, if you are someone and you are seeking to get student loan accounts removed off your credit report, that you understand what the Fair Credit Reporting Act is even about. And it's simple, just with the title, Fair Credit Reporting. So the Fair Credit Reporting Act has nothing to do with whether you owe the Department of Education whatsoever, or any debt collector or creditor for that matter. It is about the information that is being reported, that information is being reported fairly. Not only fairly, but accurately, and also in respect to your privacy. When you go into the contents of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, it's going to tell you everything that you need to know about the FCRA. It's going to tell you the reasons why Congress even created the Fair Credit Reporting Act. What is the purpose of it? And it's going to outline all the procedures that must be followed if information is going to be reported about you, and if information is going to be furnished about you by the Department of Education and your student loan services, or any debt collector that's connected with the Department of Education. It gives you all of those processes and procedures that must be followed. There's nothing in here that has to do anything with your obligation to pay any type of student loan debt or any debt whatsoever. So we want to be clear, y'all, and it's important that we are doing our own due diligence to make sure that information that is being provided to us is the truth and that the information is accurate. Because we have student loan borrowers right now that are currently sitting in a default because someone has misled them and providing them with false information, that removing student loans from your credit report, meaning that you no longer have to pay the student loan. So you're not checking your student aid account whatsoever because the information is not on your credit report. So you're not keeping up with your student account. It's important, y'all. We cannot allow these to happen. The Department of Education is actively collecting on defaulted federal student loans. So if you are someone, the information has been removed from your credit report, and mind you, student loans are reported more than just to TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. I just worked with someone who did not check their Innovis report. Information was there. That defaulted student loan is there. That information was not removed because they got it removed from TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. So let's make sure, y'all, that we are doing our research, okay? Make sure that we are looking more into things and just taking things for face